Hey everybody, Shadow Serpent here. Welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be Season 5 Reloaded meta loadout videos. Sorry I'm late with this. I've just been doing a lot of testing. I got all the stats updated, all that stuff. So I've been checking everything out, playing with different guns, seeing how they feel. And I got you guys the top 5 best loadouts. And I paired these up specifically based on, the strengths and weaknesses of each gun and how they would complement each other. So with that being said, here are your top 5 loadouts for Season 5 Reloaded. Make sure you guys like, comment on the video, and watch the whole thing all the way through. It helps the algorithm. It helps this video go out and more people see, my stuff because I'm the best that there is. I'll say it, in my opinion, I think I am the best. Um, I build my guns for everybody. I don't just build them, because the stats look nice. I build them so that way I can say like, hey, if I build a gun this way, X, Y, and Z all can use it, and they're all different skill levels. So that's the goal here. So make sure you subscribe if that's something you're looking forward to see. We also have banger gameplays every so often. So that being said, here are your top 5 loadouts for Season 5 Reloaded. All right, guys, this is number 5, I believe, and it's the Bal 27 and the Wasp 9. The Wasp 9 has a 600 millisecond time to kill, but if you include the open boat delay, it's like 654 or 658 or something along those lines. So basically, if you can get the drop on somebody, you shoot them, you're going to see that they kill pretty quickly. But if you're going at it and someone shoots you first, you turn around and try to turn on them, you get that open delay, and it kind of kills the TTK a little bit. But this is still a very good gun. It's very mobile, and so isn't the Bal 27. The Bal 27 actually has excellent movement speed for an assault rifle. So this thing has an outstanding range, has a high fire rate, so it's kind of forgiving when you miss your shots. And this build has basically no recoil, high bullet velocity, so you'd be beaming people out of the sky. And then this is, like I said, it just got a really good TTK up close, and it has a good damage range. So let's give you the builds to screenshot. And then the Bal 27 build. Number 4 is going to be the Superi 46 and the MTZ 556. The Superi is still the fastest moving SMG in the game, and in its first damage range has a very quick time to kill, especially if you can mix in a couple of headshots. It'll drop that TTK under 600, but you're more likely to see the 630 TTK that it has in its first damage range. So when they nerfed this gun, they nerfed the crap out of the long and mid-range damage. So now after that first damage range, it drops off so significantly that it just gets beat out by every other SMG. So what I did was I took the long barrel and I gave it a 17-meter damage range, and it still moves pretty good. But what we wanted to do is we wanted to make up for the fact that its second damage range falls off so hard. So we dropped the MTZ 556 with it, which has a pretty good time to kill for an assault rifle in its first damage range. It's like low 700s. I want to say it's like 714, something like that. And with this build, that goes all the way out to almost 60 meters. So you're covered in all ranges with good time to kill, and good mobility, because this gun's still snappy for its build, and it also has pretty decent mobility, and so doesn't the Superi 46. So here's your Superi 46 build. And your MTZ 556. All right, in the number 3 spot, surprisingly, we have an MW2 gun, the Rap H. It is big and heavy, as is all LMGs from MW2, but its time to kill is absolutely ridiculous, and this build gives it essentially no recoil, has excellent bullet velocity, and we sped up the ADS as much as we could given the build. We didn't use a barrel on this one just because all the barrels slow it down significantly. And then we paired that with the Striker. The Striker has excellent mobility, and excellent damage range, so you're going to be killing people pretty quick at all ranges. And then I have an iron sight version of this for you guys as well. So let's get into the builds real quick. This is the regular build that I think most people will probably turn to. And then if you want the iron sights, you just drop the slate reflector and put on the Lockman MK2 light stock. and it gives your movement speed a pretty big boost. And then for the Wrap H, yeah, we got 409 millisecond aim down sight speed. Now, we could go faster than that and put on like a sonic suppressor, but the quartermaster suppressor basically negates all the recoil on this gun. So this is the way that we built the gun. And in the number 2 slot, we have the Ram 9 and the Pulmiot 762. Now, I don't believe that the Ram 9 is the second best close range option. I just stick this as my number 2 loadout because it kind of covers all your bases. The Ram 9 feels surprisingly good. I played with it quite a bit. Didn't feel outgunned too often unless someone got a headshot at the static, or I was facing a superior at like super close range. But like this gun just felt really good, and the damage drop off in the second damage range isn't terrible. At that range, you are definitely better than the Superi, and this has excellent mobility, definitely on par with the Superi and the Static. They are better, but this is up there. It's pretty close. And the Pullman Yacht just got a buff that increased its fire rate, and it also just doesn't have much recoil and extended out their damage ranges. Like it just got buffs all around. So it does feel really, really, really nice. Now, truthfully, I'd probably rate the second best close range weapon as the shotgun, just because it 2 shots, and if you're good with your movement, you'll get your 2 shots almost every time in that close range. But here we go. Here's your Ram 9 build for your screenshot. And then here is your screenshot from your Pool Yacht. And the number 1 meta loadout in all of Warzone for any rank, for any game mode, for anything at all, is the static HV and the STG-44. Nothing beats these guns. They're just still the meta after, thing. And I honestly never thought that the static should have been nerfed. I think the damage range was fine. I do believe that everything about the gun was fine, just the way it was. They didn't nerf the headshot multiplier enough for it to matter. As long as you still get that one headshot in, its time to kill is under 600 milliseconds. It does have incredible movement speed. This specific build is based on movement speed, and then you have the STG, which is just crazy good. They nerfed the close range damage by 4, which dropped the TTK from 600, which was absolutely insane, to 700, which is a bit more balanced. It's still pretty crazy, but we went with a longer ranged version of the gun. So here is the static HV build. And if you wanted to, you could honestly switch this out for the Jack Slash, and you'll get even better movement. And you'll have vertical recoil control. And then this is my STG build. This hasn't changed at all. This is the build that I've been using since the start of season 5. Honestly, I was using Metaphor's build, which uses a different barrel, but I switched this barrel out because it has recoil control, and it's not too different from the other one. So. And this one is a little bit of an extra one for those of you who want to be toxic. Here is the Reclaimer 18 build that I've been rocking. This thing absolutely flies. You have incredible movement speed, and like I said, within that like 8 to 10-ish meters, if you hit your shots, you can knock somebody in 2 shots. I would just hit somebody in that range and then close the gap and then kill and then just finish them off. If you're good with your movement, this thing is absolutely disgusting. And then this is another excellent option for those of you who are a little bit more skilled with recoil control. This gun has some S-shaped recoil, and it has a really weird damage profile on the body. But essentially, if you can hit from the chest up and stay on target for the most part, you can get like a 600 millisecond TTK with this thing in its first damage range, which they increased to 25 meters. And with this build, it goes up to 32. So you can get some pretty insane kills with the Subverter. This is the build that I rock. I like the iron sights. If you are not a fan of the iron sights, which I recommend you get used to them because it makes this gun easier to shoot. But if you're not, drop the stock and put on an optic. And that'll do it for today's loadout video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're seeing this, it means you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching the whole thing. Make sure you guys like the video, comment on it. Let me know if you guys think I missed anything. Let me know what your builds are. What are you running in Season 5 Reloaded? Let me know in the comments below. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys on the next one.